Why? Uh, you said you didn't make money on Bermain Stavern with Don King, correct?
No,
And
I didn't make any
okay,
money.
and you said you brought you brought some fighters to Top Rank. Do you have to relinquish control when you sign a contract with a Bob Arum and or a Don King? You more or less become a silent partner.
Well, you're not a silent partner. You're not a partner. When you sign, the fighter signs with the promoter, and then you're totally at the mercy of the fighter and you keeping a relationship where he's going to pay you. I mean, you can tie him into a contract
Hmm.
and you know, and you already have a contract when you're getting him with a big promoter like that.
Hmm.
But if the fighter doesn't want, your relationship changes in any way, you're the one out.
Mm,
You're the guy that gets pushed out first because you're getting paid by the fighter,
sure.
and
As
the
opposed to the
fighter's now
network.
talking to the promoter. Huh?
Gotcha. As opposed to the network.
Right. And
Gotcha.
and you can, um, I've had fighters that have paid me the whole way. Never had a problem with it. Nonito Donaire. I was asking Donaire to pay me less for 5 years.
Wow.
And he said, you either take the full percentage, pay it all.
Mm,
Kind of like the Marvin Hagler story,
yeah.
where he told the Petronelli brothers, you either take your 33% or I won't pay it all, which was
Wow.
very manly of him.
Hmm.
What a great guy he is. But Donaire was like that with me.
Mm,
And I said, well, just give me 10% less. Or no, you either take it, Cameron, or you take it all your deal or not.
mm,
And Pavlik was really good with me. Donaire was really good with me. Brandon Rios was a stud. And there's guys that, they want to pay you the whole thing, even
mm,
when you don't want it.
mm,
They're great guys. But you also have guys that you get up there to the money and they don't need you anymore. And
mm,
and that's okay too. I
hmm.
mean, it's part of life. And um, I mean, I love Jesus Christ, brother, and we are all the same.
Mm,
And you got to care about people and their situations, and believe me, I do.
okay.
So
And 33 is standard and 10%. 33 is standard for promoter and 10% is standard for manager. Is that typically how it goes?
no, no, manager is 33 and a third. That's
Uh-huh.
what's on the deal with all the states is 33 and a third.
Uh-huh.
And promoters get paid. They gather up the money to do the show and they figure out what
Mm,
they want to take.
mhm,
And then they go and they tell their fighter, will you do it for 100,000? Will you do it for 100 and a quarter? They negotiate that.
gotcha.
There's been some promoters that have been caught taking way too much.
Hmm.
And I've talked to my guys when we got started and I said, if I can go and promote and get you there, and I'm not going to take probably less than half or
Mm,
half of what they take.
mm,
Because, I mean, we're all going to die, Fred. I don't mean to be negative, but there's going to come that day.
mm-hmm.
And what's here on earth, what? I want to leave more money where? In the bank, in the house.
Hmm.
Where, you're never going to spend it.
Gotcha.
So if you got great fighters, you're going to make decent money
Mm,
and you're going to have plenty to put food in your mouth and have a nice place to live, nice car to drive, and your wife's going to have a nice car to drive. You don't need any more than that. You don't
gotcha.
need a Rolls Royce. So that that's I just want a regular, decent life.
Gotcha.
And these kids, they can only fight so long. And that's what I always tell Donaire. You guys can only fight so long.
Hmm.
I can do this hopefully for a long time, but
Sure.
boxing, you depend on your body to stay up.
Mm,
Yeah, I don't know how old you
yeah,
are, Fred, but eventually that slows down.
absolutely. Absolutely. What's your